Hello and welcome to Palace Fan TV for Jim and Jay's final say post-Stoke video. I'm Jim Daly. These are my thoughts on Palace's 2-1 win at the Britannia. Same result as last season. A fantastic result given how well Stoke have been playing this season. And a fantastic goal to win it from Chang Yong Lee as well. Not the player would have expected to score at all, the winner, but absolutely smashed it in from 25 yards. A fantastic goal. And a really, really great day out at Stoke. First off, I think it's probably fair to say that a draw, I think, would have been a fair result, really. Stoke had a lot of the ball, didn't really carve out that many massive opportunities, and when they did, Wayne Hennessy was equal to all of them. Absolute man of the match by some way, pulled off some great saves. One save low down to his right in the second half from Glenn Johnson was absolutely world class. He was absolutely brilliant. Hennessy, great in the air, plucked a few out in the air when Palace were under pressure, and every kick when his ball was played back to him by the defence was spot on. So he was absolutely brilliant. His best game for Palace, easily, and definitely proving that he is number one for Palace. But Stoke will probably feel hard done by because they did have a lot of the ball. They didn't really turn it into that many clear-cut chances though, and they did like to play it down the wings. And you know, for a team that's supposed to be coming on and playing this new progressive, expansive style, they put a hell of a lot of balls in the box. But that might be down to the way the fact that Palace were playing. I think Palace were very compact in the middle of defence and forced Stoke out wide. And they did get a lot of balls in. I think our fullbacks probably didn't have their best game because they did allow like sort of Shaqiri to get a lot of balls in the box. But when they came in, Hennessy, Dan, Delaney were equal to them and were very, very good. And the three of them were probably our best players today to help carve out the win. There was no Cabaye for Palace, which I think is the first time this season he hasn't played. I might be wrong on that, but it feels like the first time. And that was a real test. And we came through it. Ledley was very good in the middle. Didn't really sort of see him a lot of the time, but now and then he'd pop up with the tackle or the ball and you think, oh, okay, there he is. MacArthur, of course, was fantastic, absolutely everywhere. Even sort of grew into that the hole left by Cabaye, really, I think, and grabbed the middle of the game. Certainly late on, when Palace were under pressure, there were times when we needed to get a foot in there and get the ball, and MacArthur did that and was fantastic. Our wingers today, Yannick and Wilf, probably not their best games. Wilf took time to get into the game, then actually won the penalty for Palace right on half time. Didn't look like a penalty, to be honest, when I saw it first time. Seen it on replay a few times back in the car. Still not sure it's a penalty, to be honest. But when you've got a player like Wilf, he's very good at shielding the ball. You're always going to have that threat once he gets into the box. And, you know, all it takes is one clumsy challenge and you'll get a penalty. Delighted for Wickham to score. He played so well in the last few weeks. Deserved a goal. And absolutely brilliant for him to get his first goal for Palace. I have a sneaky suspicion that might open the floodgates now and we'll hopefully see some more goals. Well taken penalty, and you could see he was delighted as well, pointing at the Palace fans after the goal and at half time. That obviously meant a lot to him. It means a lot to us as well because we need our striker scoring goals, of course. It's an important role up top and he does it well, but they need goals. Goals breed confidence, and hopefully that'll lead more. He did go off injured in the second half. Hopefully that's not too bad because he had another good game and we'll need him again over the Christmas period to lead from the front. But I think he was a bit unlucky at times because he's a big striker, and it seems in the Premier League, big strikers don't get a lot of free kicks go their way. There was a few in the first half where he was wrestled to the ground by Shawcross and the other defenders, didn't get anything. And I think it's used to happen to Glenn Murray as well. It's a bit unfair, I think. If you're a big striker, just because you go down doesn't necessarily mean that it wasn't a foul. But he had a good game as well again. And Puncheon, as last week, out wide, we did okay. Moved into the middle as Pard switched it at half time or second half, and looked a lot more comfortable in the middle of the park and had more of a say on things as he moved back into the centre. And we went back to that 4-2-3-1 formation. And we saw Shamak come on towards the end, and which was great to see. A bit of a longer cameo this week, and held the ball up well a few times. Still getting back into it after that lengthy injury, but you know what a good option to have. Wickham went off, but good to have Shamak come on. But it was just another professional performance from Palace. Under the cosh, yes, but we're always in games. You know, we never get steamrolled. And now we've got quality going forward that will always give us chances. Yeah, aside from Chung Yong Lee's goal, we had a few other chances. Shamak had one wide. MacArthur had one blocked in the box. Looked a bit like handball, possibly a bit harsh. So, you know, we're a good team now. We've got quality throughout. We've got a solid defence. you know, we're now joint in fourth spot, I believe, or joint with United and Spurs, and it's going to be that's Christmas. You know, joint fourth at Christmas is incredible. I think we're having some of the best times ever to be a Palace fan right now. It feels very good. You know, we're all in it together. Got this new investment coming in. You know, we could be on the cusp of something fantastic if we have a really good season this year. So here's to more of it. And here's to you guys having a great Christmas. Merry Christmas from me and for everyone at Palace Fan TV. Have a great one. We will see you, of course, for Bournemouth. But we hope you have a fantastic Christmas. Here's to the end of a brilliant year for Palace. Enjoy your day. I hope you get loads of Palace-themed presents. Here's Jay from the Eagles Beat with his thoughts on the game. And that's it from me. So I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Hello guys, welcome back to Palace Fan TV. And this is our last video before we head off for Christmas. So we'll make it brief for you, hopefully. And we'll look back at the Stoke City game. You've already heard from Jim, and now it's my views on another fantastic result, another fantastic away result. Had to dig in places, but I'm surprised Stoke didn't get anything out of the game. But it proves how resolute the Palace team is at the moment. Very, very much feeling of togetherness around the team, and we dug in and got the result. And it was a real classic away performance, I have to say. 2 dubious penalties. The one for us was probably a bit soft, but I can see how the referee's given it. I mean, the defender's got in, Zaha's gone down. But it was a perfect time for us, wasn't it? Really, we played well in the first half, although we could see a lot of possession to a hard to play Stoke side. I mean, they're not stereotypical tough bunch of players that they've been labelled with in the past few years. They've got a lot more flair now, with likes of Shaqiri and Bojan playing for them. So they do have a lot of talent in there. And they're a tough side to play against. But we played well in that first half against them, and we got the ultimate reward at the end of that first half by getting a penalty. And has there been a more popular goal scorer than Connor Wickham stepped up and put the penalty away for his first goal for Palace? And unfortunately went off injured later in the game. Hopefully it's not going to be out for too long, because injuries and Wickham seem to go hand in hand just when he's really getting used to playing for Palace and putting in some great performances. And he's got his goal, which was fantastic. I think a lot of us, like myself, a lot of Palace fans, when we saw the team sheet, seeing Kabaya wasn't in the side due to injury was a bit of a concern, because we've become not reliant on Kabaya, but he is that player in the middle that kind of has been running the team, has been fantastic for us. And he missed the game through a heel injury, so hopefully it's just the one game and he'll be back for the Boxing Day clash with Bournemouth. But the result in itself, without Kabaya in the team, I think that's the first time we've played without Kabaya in the side, and we're capable of getting a win. The bearded genius Joe Ledley came into the side. Very popular figure at Palace, and played well. Stepped into Kabaya's shoes, big shoes to fill, but Ledley did a great job alongside MacArthur in the middle. It was a tough game to come into, but I think it was probably a game which Ledley was ideal for. Ledley and MacArthur in the middle against the Stoke side. But Balassi was excellent. Zaha, he stretched his legs earlier in the game and had a lot of joy. And they're always, both of those players are always a real good outlet for us, and particularly Balassi had a great game yesterday. I think a Stoke fan came to me yesterday, said he's surprised he's only scored 4 goals for us. I said, well, we've seen his finishing as you did yesterday, so you can see why that might be. But he's such a threat when he's with the ball, and at times he was pushing forward. I think he started very high at the pitch alongside Wickham and kind of floated back into that wide role, and he kind of floats between that wide position and up front. So really difficult player to mark for the opposition. But second half, I think the goal was coming. Harsh penalty, I have to say. It's kind of it's ball to hand rather than hands ball. I don't know if that is still a thing anymore, even. But it's a harsh penalty, dubious again, like the first one for us. I have to admit, but it was given, and Hennessy was brilliant. I mean, this is the 3rd game in a row he's made some critical saves. Up until the penalty, I think he'd made 3 excellent saves to keep us in the game at 0-0 and 1-0 ahead at certain points. And I'd have put money on him to save that the way he was playing, but he just couldn't quite get to it. It's close, but he couldn't get to it, unfortunately. But it's in favour of the penalty taker, isn't it, for those things? So real shame he didn't get anything on it. But I mean, the best was yet to come, wasn't it? I mean, we've been hit by fantastic goals to win games against us. It was our turn. Lee Chung-Young came on with, I think, 10 minutes to go, and he hit an absolute I say a screamer. He didn't put his laces through it. He just calmly placed it into the bottom corner from outside the area. It was a fantastic shot from absolutely nothing. I mean, the ball was bouncing around the air. I think Mutchard had an air shot in the penalty area. Delaney had a shot which ricocheted back to Chung. He ran onto it and slotted it into the bottom corner from there. If that makes any kind of sense. I don't know how many times I've watched that goal alone, but it doesn't get boring. It really doesn't. And the elation of scoring a goal as good as that late on in the game, and I was absolutely chuffed for Chung as I was for Wickham scoring his first goal earlier in the game. I've heard a lot of great things about Lee from Bolton fans. They were gutted when he left Bolton, but said he's a great player. He can do things like that. And I've actually been told this morning that that's a sign of things to come. So hopefully, it's a tough side to break into, Palace at the moment, with Wilf and Zaha and Punch, and those are the kinds of positions he can play. But a great player to have on the bench if he can come on and do that kind of thing. He retains the ball, does that sort of thing. And, as a whole, it's a fantastic result for Palace away from home. A real excellent away performance. And, Pardew does it again with his side that, seem to keep on going. Leicester are getting all the headlines at the moment, but, we're not that far behind. We're picking up some great points away from home and at home. And we're currently sitting in 6th place, level on points with both Spurs in 4th place and United in 5th. So, I mean, it's a great Christmas present for us Palace fans. So we'll look ahead to Bournemouth on Boxing Day. But, between now and then, we can just enjoy where we are, what we've seen so far, what we've experienced, and what a ride it's been, with the new investment at the club as well. The future looks so bright. It's crazy. But long may that continue. We've got a couple more favourable games between now and the end of the year. And I actually mentioned, getting to the end of the year over 30 points would be a fantastic achievement in itself. And now we're sitting here on 29 with 2 more games left to play in 2015. So great position to be in, absolutely fantastic. Really enjoying the season, as I hope everybody else is. This is our last video before Christmas, so from me, I wish you all a very happy Christmas. We'll be doing videos before the end of the year anyway, so we've got a New Year celebrations to come, but hope you all have a great Christmas. By all means, share these videos, subscribe to Palace Fan TV, and we'd love to hear your comments and views on the game itself, or anything in the future that you think we could do on these videos. So thanks for watching. Happy Christmas to everybody from all the team at Palace Fan TV, and we'll catch you soon. Thanks.